Good day once again, sir. I'm here again, and I am here to present my third topic entitled Object Oriented System under Object Oriented Analysis and Design. As agreed by the previous session, um, I am after to dig deeper and getting to know how object oriented analysis and design is being utilized this time in software development. In this presentation, I am hoping to cover the following topic. First is the object oriented system, its definition and few descriptions to furtherly understand the different phases of object oriented software development, object oriented implementation, and the object oriented testing. First, we have the object oriented system. In the object oriented system, the software developer focuses on the task and not on the tools. It organizes the application based on object oriented concepts, and the behavior of the system will depend on the collaboration between different objects. At this part, let us get to know the different phases of object-oriented software development. We start with object-oriented analysis, or what we know as OOA. It is the initial phase in software development, and this focuses on understanding the user requirements in terms of objects. At this phase, it helps us to understand, organize, and define the problem or the system before moving into the designing part and the implementation part. So as we know, in a design thinking process, by default in a software development process, we always start with the defining stage, which pertains to or may cover the analysis process. So defining or being able to analyze what are the need requirements and the main problem. But in the case of OOP, understanding the problem means or gives way to know the user requirement in terms of objects. So, as mentioned earlier, with the analysis stage, it focuses on how the model should function and how it must develop. So, the output of the analysis is a clear and detailed understanding of the problem statement and the requirement of the system. Now, for the second phase, which is the key phase in software development, followed by the object oriented analysis, the object-oriented design, which is the phase two, is the process of creating a well-structured and organized design for a software system based on, of course, object-oriented paradigm, and it is important part in a system design. The object-oriented design focuses on the implementation of system based on the analysis, and it involves also taking the model's insights gathered during the analysis phase and turning out into a well-structured, efficient software system. So under the object-oriented design, this covers the following: the system design and the object design. Now, for the system design, this is the critical part in the OOD or the object-oriented design, because this is where we design a software system based on the information gathered during the analysis and requirement of the software. So, by the way, in terms of the information gathering, as fundamentals of research, we use tools accordingly to gather information coming from either the client or the main user themselves. So how do we do this? This could either be done via interview, um, surveys, or observational analysis. So many other data gathering tool can also be utilized in conducting information gathering. So this system design focuses also on the roadmap that provides how various components and modules of the software will work together. Designing a system is done according to both analysis and the purpose architecture of the proposed architecture of the system. So, for example, let's say in a coding interview, it is important that a developer knows that system design or software design problems are an important part of a programming job or a programmer's job. So let's say for example you're asked to write a code to implement a vending machine that has a bunch of products like chocolates, candy, cold drinks, and may accept some coins like nickel, dime, quarter, cents, and many others. So make sure you insert a coin, get a product back, and get your change back. Also, it is important to write the unit test to demonstrate these common use cases in your system design. The requirement statement is the most important part of the problem. It is important to read the problem statement multiple times to get a high level understanding of the problem and what is it trying to solve or are you trying to solve. Usually, requirements are not very clear and we need to make a list of our own reading through the problem statement points based requirement because it's easy to track. So some of the requirements are also implicit, but it's better to make explicit in your list. So for example, with the vending machine um, problem, the vending machine should accept a request if it doesn't have sufficient change to return. Let's say, for example, here in the problem statement, we have you need to design a vending machine which accepts coins of 1, 5, 10, and 25 cents, penny, nickel, dime, and quarter. These allows user to select product which are Coke, Pepsi, soda, allows also the user to make refund by canceling request, return the selected product and remaining change if any, and allows reset operation for vending machine suppliers. Now we proceed to object design. Object design is a critical part of the OOD process where the focus here is on the detailed design of individual classes and objects. It specify how they are implemented on the system design of the software development. The foundation of writing actual code for the software development is also the object design, and it must be ensured that the system is efficient, easily maintained, and extensible. Here in this slide, as you can see, this represents the figures containing the classification connected to the vending machine example that I have provided a while ago. So for the object-oriented implementation, this is the phase in software development where the design model and the structure is translated into its actual coding using appropriate programming languages. So in this phase, we convert the design and the structure of software into an actual code using an object-oriented programming language such as could either be Java or C++. Okay, so in this slide, you can see exactly the example of the implementation confirmed or mentioned a while ago. So this is one example of a complete code for the vending machine that Java or utilizing the programming language, which is Java. So now on to the last phase of the software development with the object-oriented approach. We have here the object-oriented testing. So this is the last phase in the software development that focuses on verifying and validating the functionality of the software system. At this phase, we verify the actual code and performance of the object-oriented system. It uses a specialized technique to identify and remove the errors in the code. Object-oriented encompasses various levels of testing, which includes unit testing, integration testing, system testing, and many other forms. Object-oriented testing ensures reliability and quality of object-oriented software system. Before finally ending this presentation about the object-oriented software system, I just want to recap the different phasing mentioned earlier, which are the OOA or the object-oriented analysis, OOD or the object-oriented design, which this also covers the system design and the object design, followed by the OO or the object-oriented implementation and the object-oriented testing. All right, so thank you once again, sir, for giving me extension that would cover my presentation for this session. God bless and thank you very much.